Sprint Cup Series champion, Kevin Harvick.
Look, I'm worried about my forehead getting burned. We don't need Michael Jackson faux pas here, brother. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to NASCAR After the Lap 2014. As Brad said, I'm your host, Marty Smith from ESPN. Thank you guys so much for being here. As Mike said, and thank you for being NASCAR fans, because the fact is, without y'all, there is no us. So thank you for your passion. We appreciate it. Tonight we'll hang out with these guys. I'll try to referee. Heaven knows what they'll say. And we'll start with this guy. We're celebrating his 2014 championship. You have had quite a couple weeks. And even this week, you go to Nellis Air Force Base. You go back to your high school. You've been on every single television program in the world. What has this been like for you celebrating this?
Well, I want to echo what you said first. This has become one of our better events as we come through championship week. It's obviously different standing up here as a champion, but thank you to all the fans for participating and making this week great. So thank you. But it's been a busy week, but I think you definitely can tolerate a lot more as the champion, and everybody's done a great job. Everything's been organized, and the most fun thing I've done so far is definitely go back to my high school and be able to talk to the kids and take that trophy and take it home. So that's been great.
When you start racing as a kid, all you want's a chance. And when somebody gives you a chance, you want to make the most of that chance. You never dream that you might have this chance. Right. What is this chance for you? Is it just the pinnacle?
Well, this is what you dream about as a kid, and I've been fortunate through my career to have been given a lot of chances, whether it was in go-karts up through the ranks of stock cars, or this year with just being a part of a great team and great people. So I've been fortunate to have made a job out of what I used to pay to do as a hobby. And for me, I always tell everybody, don't feel sorry for me. I race cars for a living, so never gets that bad.
Real quick, when you go over to Stewart-Haas Racing, a lot of us expected you guys to be really good. I know you expected to be good.
I'll do it.
You can pat me right here. Yep. I said in January they'd win the championship. Thank you very much. Anybody want to go to the sports book with me? You just let me know. Did you expect it this quick?
Well, I don't think you can realistically ever expect something to come together as quick as it did. I think, we expected to race for wins and be competitive, but I don't think you can ever imagine it coming together like it has this year. I think with the format and winning early in the season and being able to really get a lot of our problems, new team problems out of the way in the first half of the season, for us was important. And I think as we got further into the year, we started proving to ourselves that we could win in pressure situations, and that's what it came down to, were a couple of those at the end. So just really proud of everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing, Rodney Childers, and the team that he's put together. And it's like a dream, but it actually is realistic, and you get to live it. So just really proud to be with this group of guys.
2 straight walk-offs, definitely a dream. You mentioned a moment ago your team and the people that are around you that help you succeed. Certainly 2 of those people, your wife Delana and your son Keelan. I want to bring them up with us right now so that the fans can say hello to them.
I left him about 2 minutes ago and he was crying, so. Hey, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
How's it going? I told you I wasn't going far.
It's a little too loud, huh, stud? Delana, I wanted to ask you, you're a racer. You've been a racer your whole life, and you've been around it your whole life. You met your husband at the racetrack. You got married right here in Vegas. What is this like for you to have a culmination like this to win a championship, to see him achieve his dream, and you guys achieve this as a family. You're not crying anymore. High five. Right.
You know, honestly, it hasn't set in. It doesn't seem real. And I don't know when that'll happen. I've asked Jeff Gordon and I've asked Jimmy Johnson, when does it seem real? And they said it might take a while. But for me, you know, Keelan and I went home after Homestead, and Kevin goes off for all these things, and I'm still at home, you know, changing poopy diapers and doing all the things. Life goes on for me as a mom, and it's been really cool to see him. But it's funny when you try to explain to Keelan that Dad's the champ. Hey, is it good or bad that Dad's the champ?
Good or bad?
Good or bad?
Good or bad?
He'll tell you.
Oh! Can you tell me why you don't like it?
Is Dad gone bye-bye a lot? Yeah, he doesn't understand.
I don't blame you. That's what my wife does when I start talking too, bud.
Yeah, so he doesn't understand why Dad's not been at home very much. And I'll tell him, but Dad's the champ. It's good. And he'll go, that's bad, Mom.
Well, someday, buddy, I promise you're going to think it's the coolest thing ever. Congratulations to you both. Enjoy. Oh! Enjoy this week very much. You guys deserve it so much. Congratulations. You stay here. You're not going anywhere yet. He's going to stay here too, it looks like.
All right.
Now I want to, you hang out up here with us. Now I want to bring up Rodney Childers, Kevin's crew chief. Somebody had to make these cars fast, and that's the guy, along with the number 4 crew. Come on up here, bud. Hey, man, congrats. I ain't got to see you yet. I bet you're not having any fun. You said something to me, so you guys know, when they won Phoenix, they sent a bunch of us reporters from ESPN to be embedded, we call it, with each one of the teams, and I got these guys. And I had this great conversation with Rodney the Monday after they won the championship about 2 things. Number 1, I want you to tell these guys your initial thought process in taking the job at all and the apprehension that was involved in that.
I don't even remember what I told you, but...
You didn't want to come.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is I had a comfortable job where I was at, and, you know, when you're in a situation like that, it's hard to make a decision. But it came down to Kevin and I, you know, talking a lot throughout the year and finally deciding that we wanted to do this together. And once we decided to do it, you know, we looked at each other in the eye and said, let's go win a championship. And that's really hard to do. But, you know, luckily it did work out in our first year together, and it's been just a ton of fun.
You're an old short track racer. What's it like to be at the top?
Man, I don't know. I'm kind of like Delana. I don't know if it's really sunk in yet. We've been awfully busy, but you know, as soon as you leave that infield at Homestead, you're already, you know, starting to think about Daytona and all the cars at the race shop.
Have some fun, man.
It's tough, you know. It's when you win one, you want to win another, and we've got a lot of people back at the shop and a lot of people out here, and everybody works hard and puts in 100% effort all the time, and we're going to go after it again next year. Well,
congratulations. One real quick story. Right before they went to Homestead, this guy rallied his team out in the lobby at Stewart-Haas Racing and made them stare at Tony Stewart's 2011 championship trophy. And he looked every one of them in the eye and said, you decide for yourself how bad you want it. That's leader. That's leading people right there, bro. Congrats. Enjoy it. Now we get down to the nitty-gritty. Now it's what y'all came here for. So I've been sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out how to make y'all open up and talk to people, because you don't ever do it. And I thought it would be cool to discuss your welcome to NASCAR moment, because everybody has that time in their career when you show up.
Hey, Marty, that was your first question last year.
You're taught a lesson. Oh!
Well,
guess what?
Seriously, it was.
Was it his or Jamie's, though?
It was him last year.
Jamie Little did it last year, I thought.
That was his first question last year.
ESPN could have saved a hell of a lot more money, and we all would have been a heck of a lot happier talking to Jamie Little than Marty Smith.
And a lot easier to look at, too, I guess.
That's sort of what I meant, but you can explain it. That's fine.
Man, you got to spell it out, dude.
Lucky for you, I have a terrible memory. I don't remember that.
All right, then you're up first. What is it?
The problem is I don't remember that moment either.
Who was it? Who gave you that lesson? That basically, everybody has. There's that moment when they get it. You guys all have that finally get it moment. What was yours?
Get it? Get which part?
There's a lot.
I need to go south.
There's a lot.
And go to NASCAR.
Yeah. There's a lot that you have to navigate.
My stuff's way too old school.
No, it's not.
Maybe like
Because it was
remember any
probably
of
Dale,
that.
it was probably Dale Earnhardt who taught you.
Well, I mean, actually, an ESPN commentator, Larry Newber.
Really?
Larry Newber is the one that told me. I was racing sprint cars and midgets and trying to pursue Indy cars, and everybody said, it's going to be tough for a sprint car driver to make it into IndyCar and the Indy 500 these days. And Larry told me, he's like, go check out NASCAR. You need to check it out. I was like, those taxi cabs? No way, man. I'm not driving these things. And then I went and drove one, even though it was Buck Baker Driving School. There was a guy there that.
I bet you felt awesome when you drove the Buck Baker
Are you
driving
just describing
school
the plot to Days of Thunder?
I did not have a Harley. I didn't come in on a Harley.
That's why they scripted it that way. It was you.
Man, there were no barns that they were keeping.
Did y'all know
cars in
that
the
Cole
dirt.
Trickle was Jeff Gordon?
Back in that way, it was Barnes. It wasn't Taj Mahal's.
I thought Hendrick Motorsports was Taj Mahal the first time I went there, but maybe prior to me getting there. But no, I went there, and a guy had a Busch Grand National car. He owned it, and he wanted to drive it. He wanted to race it, and Buck talked him into letting me drive it at Rockingham. And I drove it, and I thought it was awesome. I was like, I like this. High bank, fast cars. It was cool. I liked it a lot. So to me, that was my first NASCAR aha moment of this is what I want to do right here. Forget Indy cars. I want to do this.
It worked out all right for you. You've done okay for yourself.
It wasn't bad.
What about you?
What's crazy about that story is that was like August, and I sat on the pole outside front row at that race in a Busch Grand National race in October.
Wow.
Of that year. That was pretty nuts.
Did y'all notice that all the pyro, the remnants of the pyro, is all over the seat?
Yeah, about 15 laps into it, I backed into the turn 2 wall. But I had lots of calls coming the week after.
What about yours, Denny? What was your welcome
See, he's
to
the
the
only
show?
one that remembers all those things.
I know, he's encyclopedia.
I don't want to be with Junior's group.
He is. No kidding.
He watches a lot of YouTube from old days and stuff.
No, he might remember some of that.
They didn't have YouTube. It's on like 80 millimeter.
So how often do you sit around? Yeah. Like you had in the 4th grade science class where you got to put
5, 4,
yeah,
3,
that's right.
2.
That's right. What's your welcome to NASCAR moment? Unless you answered it last year. He might have answered it last year.
I wasn't part of this last year, Marty. Thank you.
Sorry, man, I forgot. Obviously, you were super relevant.
Thanks, Joey.
Let's not go there. I think we should stop right now. Hey, you notice where they sit us?
Yeah.
As far as we can get.
That's right.
It's pretty square. We could get some ropes up.
So are you saying when Brad comes out there, they're going to put him up?
You're right. This could suffice for a ring in UFC land.
I was thinking if you should ask Brad, his welcome, it's got to be when he was upside down in Atlanta thinking, oh, shit, I messed up.
Carl.
Hey, let me tell you how uncomfortable it was at our safety briefing this year. When they're like, we had one incident where we had some vertical G loads through the seats, and I'm thinking, wow, how'd that happen? And they still this slow motion video of me just flipping Brad, and damn. Anyway,
Hey, you should really rethink those white gloves.
yeah, I had people sending me black gloves in the mail. They're like, dude, you're an idiot. And so,
But he never screwed with you again, did he?
no, in fact, I think he did. And that's why we had the whole deal at Gateway again. It was. Let me
Well,
tell
you were the
something.
only guy
Hey,
this year that didn't get in a fight with him.
Exactly, and.
So that's something,
hey,
right?
We're Ford teammates. I'll tell you one thing. I told somebody this. I said, that guy
You
is
said the
pretty-
F word again. I told you not to.
No, they're paying me right now. I'm a Ford guy until 2015.
Dude, he's about to give away a Mustang
Yeah.
in about 5 minutes, so he's allowed to say it.
Yeah,
That's like a cuss word to Joe. So
yeah, not to me yet. Ford's been awesome to me. And by the way, we are giving away that thing. It's 435 horsepower, and somebody's going home with it. So it's going to be cool. So, but yeah, it's,
On January 1st, he's going to give away a Toyota Camry.
yeah. Don't worry, I'll get with Paul Dolschel and Ed Laukus. You'll be giving away a Camry on New Year's. So
You'll be real familiar with the back bumper.
There's a
by
number
halfway through
11.
the season.
Hey, there's a number 11 out on the strip you can give away if you want. All right,
Man, I
moving
thought
along.
sponsors were off limits up here, guys. I'm just, you know.
That whole welcome to NASCAR moment went straight to hell, didn't it? I might ask that every year for the rest of my career, Matt. All right, we'll get back to these guys in a minute, but we do.
You never let Denny answer. Did
Oh, why don't I let Denny answer?
You can't remember what Denny said?
Did he answer?
Yeah, he said he wasn't here. How can you?
No, but that's not his welcome to NASCAR moment.
Actual moment.
Go
What's
ahead.
your actual welcome to NASCAR moment, Denny?
It was lap 8 at Chicago, and me and JJ Yaley were running door to door, side draft and everything, and Tony Stewart came to us in the garage and grabbed both of us by the neck and said, "You guys are idiots."
What was the word in there?
He said, "You guys are absolutely stupid. Like, this is not the Nationwide Series. You guys are about to wreck on lap 8," and he just called us all kinds of names and everything. And I immediately was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, sir." And then just in case, it was kind of funny because before he went off on the rant, he went off on his whole stats. This is 2 championships and 26 race wins talking. You guys are idiots. And at the time, we hadn't won anything, so.
I didn't say he was wrong. So let's go back to the history thing a minute with Methuselah over there, the big fossil. I want to talk about how much.
What'd you call him?
Methuselah, that's a really old person.
Hey, we were discussing when I decided I wanted to be a NASCAR driver. It was at the grocery store with my mom. Okay, so I don't know how old I was. I had to be at the grocery store reading a stock car magazine with some mustache, mullet guy.
Looked like he
standing
came
next to a
straight-
DuPont car.
He's only like 7 or 8 years younger
Yeah.
than me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that everybody
talking
up
to Jeff or
he was
Kendrick?
he was your hero too, right?
Jeff was, yeah.
Was.
Yeah, it was.
I've never wrecked you, have I?
No, you haven't wrecked me. No, we haven't wrecked each other.
He's a pioneer of the sport.
But
Thank you,
we
Tom.
did have an arrow lesson from Mr. Rick Hendrick one time from California. Remember that?
No.
You and I were messing with each other about the whole race, just getting into the corner behind each other and just moving each other out of the way about 3 or 4 times. And you were mad at me. And then after the race the next week, Rick had to set us down a little bit. Remember that? He doesn't remember.
Why don't you tell us what he said?
I gotta tell you, I don't remember.
He doesn't
that.
remember testing the Pepsi car at Vegas either. And I walked up to him and said, "Hey, I'm Kyle Busch. I'm going to kick your ass in a few years. Would you sign this?"
I definitely don't remember that. And I wouldn't admit it if I did.
Do you have a
You were
welcome to
halfway
NASCAR
right.
moment? Like, was there a moment where you felt like, man, that was a hell of a lesson I just learned?
The first one I got was we were in Japan, and I was driving the Coke car. Dad was driving the Coke car, and I thought I was a lot better than I really was. And so we're coming off of turn 4, I think, and it's like 8 laps to go, and I got some new tires. I'm trying to get everything I can. I passed him, and I run him in the wall off of 4. And we kind of both hooked fenders, and it almost wrecked me, and then he pushed me all the way down the straightaway. And I passed a couple more cars and ended up finishing in front of him. And I came in. We had these little trailers we were changing clothes in. They didn't really have a garage or anything. And I walked in. Me and him were sharing this big trailer. And I walked in there, and he's sitting down taking his shoes off. And I sat down, and I was really happy because I think I finished like 6th or 7th. First Cup race. I was racing with Jeff and all those guys. And he I had my head down taking my shoes off, and he threw a shoe at me. He didn't say a word the whole time I walked in there, and he threw a shoe at me, and it must have been going 100 miles an hour. And it hit the wall behind me and knocked a hole in the wall. And he was pissed. We had stole a set of tires from his pit stall in the middle of the race. Me and Tony Jr. needed some tires. Nobody could pit that last stop. A bunch of guys used all their tires up, and he had an extra set, and he was sort of, he was done, really, like 50 laps into the race. He was like, whatever. And so they didn't come and get that last set of tires, and we stole them out of their pit and put them on our car and passed him and ran him in the wall, and he was really pissed off about that. So We didn't sit next to each other on that 13-hour ride home.
All right, we'll get back to this in a minute. We're gonna go over now to Miss Sprint Cup Kimberly Kuhn up there on the riser. Say hello to Kim, everybody.
Hello.
Who has a fan question for us?
Yes, so fans have the opportunity to submit questions via Twitter using the hashtag AskMSC. They also submitted them right here. We've taken one from Twitter from Racer4Life6. It's for Joey. Has Keselowski pulled any practical jokes on you, and how do you like him as a teammate? And this question is for Joey.
Yeah, you guys don't answer. No,
Joey,
but,
this one's for you, bud.
You know, the first way I met Brad actually was my first nationwide. This is actually my first NASCAR moment, aha moment, or whatever, actually, too. So I answered
Perfect.
2 and 1. So my first nationwide start, Dover, and I pull out on the racetrack, and I didn't really know what I was doing, so I just pulled right up onto the racetrack, and right in front of Brad. And I'm still in third gear trying to get going, and he's flipping me off all the way down the backstretch before we even started. I'm like, wow, okay, so now we're teammates and we get along great, but no, it's no, we really do. He is a great teammate. We do work really well together. I think as a 2-car team, Team Penske, we're forced to work really close together.
Correct.
So.
I don't know what is.
What's that?
Well,
that was like the most politically correct answer.
Well, it's Joey Logano. What the hell do you think is
Jeff,
going to happen?
I haven't wanted to kick his ass yet, like you. So we still get along. That means that we're still friends. It's good.
Just
all
give
good
it
in the hood.
Just give it time. All right, Kim, you're not done yet. We're giving away a Mustang. Why don't you tell our people all about it?
Yes,
please,
we
ma'am?
are. It wouldn't be NASCAR After the Lap if we didn't give something away, right? So we have this beautiful Ford Mustang GT parked right down here. Somebody is going to win it. Marty, unfortunately, we're not eligible.
I think that's weak.
It's weak. But we have 2 people here who are eligible, our NASCAR After the Lap sweepstakes winners, who we're going to meet right now. First, we've got Lillian. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. And she's an oncology nurse. I heard that this is your first vacation in 2 years.
Yes, definitely. It's been a while.
And coolest thing you've done in Vegas so far?
We went to see Miss Dare last night. It was great.
Well, that's not nearly as
Awesome.
cool as this.
This is very cool, right? Give it up for Lillian. And we've got Philip. Welcome, Philip. How are you doing?
Fine. Having a great time.
A great time. Now, I hear you like to gamble. Are you up or are you down right now?
I'm $5 ahead.
$5 ahead. And
That's better than Denny.
Right?
Stop right now.
I also hear you're married to your high school sweetheart. Is that who you have here with you?
Yes, sure am.
How long have you guys been married?
Met each other first day of high school.
Aw, give it up for Philip.
Ain't that sweet?
52 years married.
Wow.
52 years.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right, Kim, you come on up here on stage so we can give this thing away. And 3 of you guys drive Fords. Joey, Carl, Eric, why don't you guys get up? You're gonna help in this little venture. You're gonna assist
You're going to join me
in
up here.
this.
Yes.
So join Kim right up here, please, gentlemen.
All right, so yeah, this is a.
Yeah, we do wanna
this
know
is
about it. So
It's a
Carl,
2015
yeah, tell us.
Ford GT. We talked about it a little bit with Tim Dewar this morning. It does have 435 horsepower. It's a 50th year that they've made Ford Mustangs consecutively. I don't know if there's another car that they've been making like that for 50 years. So over 9 million of them sold. It's sold in 120 countries. It's an amazing car. And I hope you guys don't feel a lot of pressure with the puzzle pieces here.
Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. In order to determine who's taking home the 2015 Ford Mustang GT, we're doing a puzzle competition. So playing on behalf of Lily is Eric. So Eric, we're actually going to have you on this side over there. So, Lily, you got to cheer him on. Yes. And then on behalf of Philip is Joey. So here's what's going to happen. You've got 10 puzzle pieces in your basket. The final completed puzzle looks just like our 2015 Ford Mustang GT. So when I say go, it's your job to put it together. The first driver to complete the puzzle correctly wins the Ford Mustang GT for their fan. You guys ready? You guys ready?
That's a lot of pressure,
Joey
man.
was not paying attention.
Focus, Joey. This is a
Focus.
big deal to some
Focus.
people, okay?
You got
You win, they win a Mustang.
Hey, so who does Joey represent here? Who does
Joey
Joey?
is representing Philip.
loser should buy their person a car.
Oh. All right, are we ready?
Toyota Camry.
No. This is all about Ford, and yeah, the loser should have to buy him a Ford GT, right? I mean,
I-
Ford Mustang GT.
We'll leave that up to them. All right, when I say go, you guys get to begin. Are you ready?
All right. Let's do this, Big Daddy.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Audience, you can cheer him on.
All right, bud.
Looks like Joey's starting with the corner pieces.
Yeah, corner piece, that's a good way to start a puzzle, I've heard.
Very good, Joey. I think
Eric,
they laid them
Eric.
out for you just perfectly.
Eric's just slapping him on the board. Now, it does have to be correct at the end.
I think you're winning right now, brother. You got this. Keep going. You got it. Come on, Joey. Yeah, atta boy.
Joey
Atta boy.
in the lead right now.
Good job. Joey's doing very well. Oh, no! Fumble!
Who's it going to be?
Atta boy. Atta boy.
He's getting it. Joey's moving fast. Oh!
Here, I'll help you out. All right, that's looking good. Don't focus.
Eric,
One
need a
more
little
piece.
extra help
Where is
from
it?
Carl. One more
Where's the piece?
Oh, he dropped.
Oh!
Oh!
Winner!
There it is!
Woo!
Joey wins the car. Phil, join me up here. So Philip is taking
Good job,
home
man.
the
Good job, man.
2015 Ford Mustang GT. Let's go give Philip his keys.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
you guys.
Joey,
That's
Joey.
an awesome car. Congratulations.
That is an awesome car. Enjoy it. Congratulations.
Hey, good job, Eric.
All right, we're going to get Philip.
Eric, man, what happened right there, bud?
Like not much.
What? Oh, yes.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
hello.
I'm working again.
Good job, Joey. You proud of yourself? You should be.
I'm
I mean,
years removed from doing puzzles, so I'm all right.
all right, we're going to, obviously this is only half the Chase Field guys. We're going to bring out the other guys now. Brad, take it away, bud.
All right, let's bring out the other half of your Chase Field. Here we go. He is the driver of the number 41 Stewart Haas Racing Chevrolet. Please welcome Kurt Busch. He made his Chase debut in 2014. Please welcome the driver of the number 47 JTG Doherty Racing Chevrolet, A.J. Allmendinger. Childress Racing Chevrolet, Ryan Newman. Please welcome back your 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, driver of the number 4 Stewart Haas Racing Chevrolet, Kevin Harvick.
Cheap seats, bro. Cheap seats. What's going on, boys? Y'all all right?
Check, check, 1, 2.
Been a long week. Brad.
Yes, sir.
I guess I should start with you, man. What the hell? They all booed you.
Be here.
Brad, if you were to sum up your year, how would you sum up your year?
Eventful. Well, it was a good year. I think it was a good year, not just for me, but for the sport. We had a lot of great races and a great finish to the championship. What more can you ask for?
Very good. And Joey doesn't want to whip your ass yet either, so that's...
We're still friends.
That's good. That's good. So, when we walked up here, the very first thing that Kyle Busch said to me is, so y'all know I had to draft Kyle's fantasy football team because JGR was testing that day and they would not let him out of that test. Or I guess his car was testing that day. They wouldn't let him out of that test. And he said to me, you need to make sure that you keep your day job, going back to me picking Kevin to win the championship, because his fantasy football team really sucks. Sorry, man.
Yeah, you're definitely way better at picking race car driver champions than you are at fantasy football people.
Y'all get into that fantasy football thing. What about those chips you brought?
How's your luck?
Them damn chips with that hot sauce that sent everybody to the hospital.
Oh, the Reaper.
Tell them about that.
I guess it's like...
It was a real bad joke.
It's called the Reaper, or Reaper pepper. It's 3 times hotter than any pepper in the world. Like, it's crazy on the scale. It's way beyond it. And so I thought it would be really funny. They actually won't let you purchase, like, a side dish of it because there's some kind of law they won't. I said, well, how can I buy a bottle? And they said, yeah, so you're supposed to sprinkle it on, like, your food. Well, I told my buddies it was salsa dip.
Including me.
And it sent these boys to the bathroom in a hurry.
Was it Austin?
Yeah.
Denny's buddy seriously laid on the floor crying. It was, I mean, it was really, really bad.
So concerned about legal stuff.
Sort of. It was sort of an ass move, a little bit. So, another thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys is first real job where you actually had to be accountable for something. What was it?
You asking me?
Yes, I am.
I was a plumber.
Imagine Kurt Busch coming to your house to fix your John. How about that, Kurt? What was that like?
I got $5 an hour, and this guy, I had to show up with him every morning at 5.
What was his name?
And then, well, I don't know.
He's probably in the crowd.
Yeah. Then I worked for the city later on for Las Vegas, working for the water department. But no, it was a $5 an hour job, and he'd have me show up at 5, and he was always gone by 5:15. He'd always take off, and then I was just digging trenches by myself.
Your first job laying pipe.
Yes, right, huh? First job laying pipe.
What about you, Kane?
Oh, man.
You've just been racing your whole life, Kane.
No, I was cutting fields. Cutting grass was the first job I had. $10 an hour. And
Damn, that's good living,
an
buddy.
hour.
Wow,
Man,
you doubled
good.
Kurt. Woo.
I was in
What
the wrong
What
department.
kind of fields are out in Washington? Isn't there forests?
That's marijuana.
we had some cows. we had a bit of a little farm.
And those are 4-legged, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, man?
I had to work at a jet ski shop, and
Hey, should that button be buttoned?
I don't. Well,
I think you should undo that
my
button.
my PR person said
Oh,
the thing.
You had a hoodie on yesterday.
That's
now
true.
Look at you. You got your
I
button all
know.
the way to the top.
Well, honestly, I have avoided banquets for 10 years. I don't think that's a good thing.
First run here, bro.
I finally was like, well, crap. Like, probably.
I was inviting 16. You might.
Yeah, I was like,
party.
man, I probably should go buy some clothes or something. So I'm sitting there, and I didn't think anything of it. I went to this
J.C. Penney?
Yeah, exactly. Went to the Teen Gap and picked me up some. No, but I went to this custom suit fitting and all this. By the time I got the bill, I was like, damn it, this freaking wind's cost me more money than I ever got. It's like, should have lifted, come to the Checkered.
Newman didn't go to the King Gap with you, did he? Yeah. You're not worried about that, are you, bud?
I shop at the big and tall.
Big and tall, that's right.
I don't know about the tall part.
You ain't seen all of me, buddy.
What was your job, man? What was your job, Newman?
Was my job?
Yeah, your first job. Like
I
you
got a ring on my finger, so it's costing me at least $10 an hour.
Hey, that segues into something.
I really never had a real job other than working for my dad, which was at an auto repair shop, just kind of cleaning up, picking up nuts and bolts. And he eventually, I remember he trusted me to put on somebody's wheels and tires, and I put the lug nuts on backwards. The taper's supposed to go on, and he caught it, which was kind of big, but it's one of the things I've always remembered.
That was a pretty good segue, though, showing the ring. We got a guy who's going to be married next week. Congratulations, Joey. We got people who are going to be dads real soon. Johnson, as a dad and a husband, what advice do you give these guys who are going to be dads and husbands? Be careful, son.
Be careful.
First of all,
is
yes,
your wife
dear.
out there somewhere?
No, not yet.
Okay, you're good.
First of all, yes, dear will get you really far. That's a good start.
Followed by I'm sorry.
Followed by I'm sorry. Those two, and you'll stay out of most situations. But Jeff had a theory that, well, you brought it up.
Not a theory.
Well, his belief is a nice long engagement will help weed out any potential problems. So I asked him what that time might be, and he thought 5 years was a good engagement period.
I was going through a rough patch at the time, so I extended the normal engagement period.
Junior, first job.
I got a speeding ticket and had to get a job at the gas station when I was 16. So I was working at an Exxon in front of a Waffle House, and we'd eat chicken melts every day. It was great.
You know what I find so ironic about that is when Junior first signed with Hendrick Motorsports, he helped me get out of a speeding ticket.
How? Tell him how.
I
I need to call
Man,
Dale
I know
Jr.
Dale Jr.
I need to call Dale is what you're saying.
If a cop, if the lights come on, call Junior.
Okay.
Because I happened to be on the phone driving when he signed with Hendrick, and I was saying, hey, man, congratulations. Happy to have you on the team.
Woo!
Hey, man, I'm getting pulled over. Hang on one second. And the guy was like, license registration. I said, are you a Dale Jr. fan? Because I knew the way he looked at me, he definitely was not a Jeff Gordon fan.
Well, that was
You've seen that look before, haven't you?
I've seen that look before. Yes.
Every single one of those cans raining down at Talladega had that look on it, didn't it?
So I handed the phone, and he said, hi. Have a nice day.
Do you remember this action?
That's a true story.
What'd you say to him? Do you remember? Man, Jeff's a nice guy.
I don't even remember what I told him, but I don't know if I didn't know I was getting you out of
Whatever
a ticket.
you told him was the right thing.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
was
owe me
breaking
one.
about 5 laws
Yeah.
at the time.
How fast were you going?
When?
When you had to go to the damn chicken melts.
Fast enough. I saw the brake lights, and I just pulled over and waited on him. And me and Dad were in an argument at the farm, and I left pissed off and ran 5 miles down the road and passed the state trooper, and I saw the brake lights, so I just pulled over.
Did you call your dad?
No, I'm sitting there getting my ticket. Dad drives by. He pulls over about 3 more miles up the road at a gas station, and I pulled in there. He said, "Did you get a ticket?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You better get a job then." So I went and got a job.
Greg, first race winning check you ever got out in Washington somewhere. What'd you use the money for?
Gosh.
I'm sure it was about $200.
Yeah, I was thinking it was probably about 35.
$35.
Probably used it to get home. Probably bought gas for the transporter to get home. But yeah, I remember racing those. When we all started out racing. When you won like $100, that was a lot of money. And then we got to race in Tucson Winter Heat, and I won that series, and it was $5,000. I thought I hit the lottery. Like, never gonna have to work again.
You did, because that's when you got found.
I kind of did.
You had some. You did.
Benny Parsons got me a job, so I did hit the lottery.
Brad, first job.
Washing motorhomes for my dad. Yep, at the racetrack.
I bet that was a good time.
No, it was not. No, it was awful.
I bet that was a real good time.
Jeff, would you let him wash yours?
Yes, I would. I'd have him start underneath.
Hey, has anybody else noticed how happy Kyle is?
Oh, yeah. He's the one that's doing all the stirring. It's
Kyle
nice.
is so happy that they boo Brad more than him that he can't hardly get over it.
I can't.
Hey.
I feel like Dale Earnhardt Jr. anytime I walk in anywhere now. I got more cheers.
He hasn't stopped smiling since I've been out here.
That's just because I'm happy for you, Happy.
Hi, guys.
Is this the first time you guys have been in the same place? I mean, I know you've been like all around and doing this whole week together, but this is the first time that this has come up, like sort of face to face?
I mean,
only time.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the first time I've seen how messy his hair is.
At least I still got some up there.
And I'm not going to comment on the back of Ken's head. Matt, what say you? What's your rebuttal about this?
And mine's thin.
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Matt's microphone's not even on.
But all day, that's okay.
All right, first job, Matt. What was it?
I worked in a hide and fur factory sizing mink furs all day. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
What? Wait a
They
minute.
kept them away from the
wait a
beavers.
minute.
Can you say that again?
Of all the
You may
things
not want
I
to repeat it.
Yeah,
in
I need
today's
to.
world.
Yeah, like the mink hides, you just sat there and sized them all day and threw them in a box, whatever size they were.
Mink hides.
Yeah.
In Cambridge, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Is that a big trade up
Cambridge
there?
hide and fur. I guess it was. I don't know. I was like 13.
Did you guys expect that to be Matt's answer?
No, but it explains why he grew up at Slinger.
Wow. All right. You guys don't go anywhere. Here in about 15, here in a few minutes, I'm going to be giving away tickets to the Daytona 500. Okay? So don't go anywhere. All right, boys, have an awesome rest of the time here. We appreciate you. Don't move just yet. We have an awesome. All right, we're going to throw it over to Kim now. I don't even know where Kim is. Where is Kim?
Back up
Hi,
here.
Kim.
Hi. We have another fan question. This is Shelby. Everybody say hi to Shelby. Hi, Shelby. She has a question for Casey Kane.
Uh-oh.
So it's going to force you to talk. How do you feel? It's a good question, too. She came up with a good one. How do you feel about having such a large woman fan base compared to the other drivers?
A large woman or a large woman?
Yeah.
The
So-
question needs to be.
So here's the
specified a
deal.
little better.
It was 2008. I was switching to Gillette Evernham at the time, or whatever they called it, and I remember I was doing this up on the Toyota stage at the time, and there's this, she's pretty hot. She's sitting there as I'm AJ. I'm like, well, just chill, baby. I'm like, I'm coming down. Don't you worry. Come down. She's shaking. I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? I said, you call, hey, it's me in the flesh. Like, calm down. She's like, oh my God. I was like, I know. And it's like, you can call me AJ. You don't have to call me God. And she's like, oh, how do you feel? You're going to be Casey Kane's teammate next week. I said, woman, get out. Where's your mom at? Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Kane, your turn to follow that,
He
baby.
doesn't even remember the question. He's been lost since this thing
What's the
started.
question again?
What's it like to have
I mean,
large
I think
women
I've-
fan base?
Yeah, I enjoy the fan base I have. I think it's great. I don't know what else to say. I'd rather have girls than guys. You know, like me.
Would you? That's good, bud. That was a good answer.
That's it. No, nobody would disagree at this. I'm pretty sure nobody disagrees with that, right?
I don't know.
Okay, just want to make sure nobody disagrees. Next question.
Yeah.
Next question.
You think we should move on from that one, boys? AJ, tell me another great story about your life with women.
My life with women?
Obviously,
I went on the.
Obviously, it's entertaining.
Like, I grew up a huge Jeff Gordon fan. I just didn't want to follow him in everything that he did. So yeah, I went with the divorce as well. Yeah.
How many of y'all grew up as Jeff Gordon fans? I mean, it's like everybody. Yeah. All of them. Yeah.
It must have been the rainbow.
How's that make you feel? Like, hey, how's that make you feel? That
Before you go too
old.
far,
Other than old.
You have to realize that Kyle Larson wasn't born before Jeff Gordon got started. We all learned that today.
I feel old, very old. I've been doing this a long time, man.
I know, but that's.
No, I feel good. I do feel good. I mean, that's cool. You know that. It's been an amazing career, and you know when you hear to me, these guys are the best race car drivers that there are out there, and the fact that they, followed me when I was coming up through, and that, some of that maybe inspired them to get here. That's very cool that I get to race against these guys. So.
Pretty cool. Harv, I guess we should maybe talk about your championship just a minute.
That's way boring.
I mean, I know you haven't. I know you haven't.
Ask Allmendinger another question.
I know.
Brad, get off your phone.
Who you texting, Brad?
He's on Tinder.
Are you checking Twitter?
He's on Tinder. Vegas Tinder, what's up?
What is Tinder?
Actually,
I never heard of Tinder. What's
What
that?
is Tinder?
I'm not on there. Actually, I'm on my phone with my girlfriend who sent me a picture of her in her bra. So.
Oh! Can we get that up there?
Sorry.
Can we get?
That's a lie.
Priorities.
Yeah.
We don't believe you.
Let's see that.
What is Tinder?
I would like to
You
receive
don't know what
more.
Tinder
so
is?
I've never heard of
You're not
Tinder.
going to see them.
Hey, Brad, when I the elevator
Yeah, that's
door
a good-
opened the other day.
That's
what
not
was
the
going
first
on
time
in
you've
the
seen it, is it?
Yeah.
Definitely not the first. Hey, I'm not complaining. I got a great girl, so I don't want to ruin it. And I'm pretty good at ruining it, so I'm just not going to say it anymore.
It's the last good relationship he's got.
It's a lot better one. I'm going with Casey's theory. I'd rather be friends with, or really good friends with a girl than any of the guys here, so I'm sorry, guys.
What is Tinder?
Oh, it's
Do
just
I want to know this? Do people know what this is?
It's funny because
You know what this
I
is?
didn't know earlier in the year, and then my crew guys were all on it. It's basically
Never should just stop.
yeah. The weird thing was they said they saw Denny's picture on it, and I was like, were you on Tinder?
They didn't see my picture.
Don't lie, man.
I can assure you of that. Apparently, Denny knows what it is. Denny, you explain. No, because I actually heard a funny story from Austin Dillon about it.
What is it?
We've all
Is
heard
it
that,
some-
right? I'm not saying it.
Is it something you can tell?
Oh, you got to tell.
No,
it.
okay.
He
I guess
needed
I
about
should-
a half hour for the story. Yeah. It's funny though.
It is good.
Okay. I guess since I don't. All right, go.
I'm not. That ain't my business. I'm out.
So Tinder's so far off here, we just need to be done.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we need to be done.
Move along.
All right, well, I appreciate y'all's time. You had a fantastic year. We appreciate it so much. Round of applause for these guys, everybody.